All right, now how often do you have to do this?
So we're just getting the start of show season. Our first show is actually tomorrow. Obviously, we're doing a mock one today. So you shear them completely with fine clippers. A couple days or a day before the show starts. I know some farms do it, a couple times a week prior to the show.
And which farm are you with?
I'm with Pilkington Livestock.
Oh, okay.
Our banner's over there. But
there you go.
Yeah, usually it's a day or two before the show. We shear them
Are
out.
they always this well behaved?
Not all of them, no.
Not
this
all.
one is what we like to call push button sheep. He just stands there. Like my two over there, they're a little bit different. They try to give us a hard time.
And your name is?
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Nice to
Andrew
meet you.
Gene Galin with the Chatham Journal.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are we going to leave those boots on the bottom of his feet there?
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll bring it down to the hawk here, and then we got a comb, and we'll brush all this natty stuff out, and then we'll wash it, condition it, and bring it back to life. And actually, when we're done with it, it'll be kind of out here, nice, clean, straight.
So do you get extra points for doing stuff like that?
So with the shag, no. These are market lambs, so they get judged on their market qualities, their meat qualities. But having their shag kind of clean, pop, it just gives them a nice appeal to the judge. It kind of gets their eyes to them. No, I don't. I think Lily can agree. They don't judge off of shag. It gives them an eye candy.
Right. Being a city kid, I have no idea. The only stuff like this I see is in a grocery store. So when you say
in the grocery store,
in a grocery store, yeah. Look, or venison. I married a farm girl.
There you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, how can you tell if that's good quality meat there?
So this guy is what we call a wether. He is essentially a boy with no male parts. They were taken away from him. I don't know what, about a month after they're born.
You didn't have a shearing accident. Is that not how it happened?
No.
No, we actually take a band and you band his male genitalia, and they essentially rot off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
that band will constrict the blood flow, so there's no longer any blood flow to the testicles, and then they will shrivel up and they will fall off.
And they fall off.
Yep.
So do you kind of just leave them lying around?
Yeah, you just leave them. If you see them, you can pick them up and throw them out. But
You don't play catch with them, do you?
No.
All right.
No.
Look at her roll those eyes. You definitely don't play catch with them.
No, and it doesn't hurt them. I mean, it essentially gives them a little sting when you put them on, but then it numbs it because there's no blood flow.
But it's not like cutting them.
And it's the same with their tails. They're born with tails. I mean, they're probably about down to here. And you put the same kind of band on their tails at about 2 weeks old.
Why don't you want a tail?
Because tails on market lambs, they cause a lot of infection. Because they hold a lot of nasty stuff. Flies get into it, fly strike. I mean, there's numerous things why the tails come off. And it gives them a better appeal.
And for cosmetic reasons.
And
cosmetic reasons. So he's like a chick magnet?
Oh, yeah. Hey, the ladies love him. He's got multiple girlfriends at the house.
This one's retired. This one actually belongs to my sister here. He's retired. He's done his time, but the kids, we're using them for educational purposes.
Okay, so see, educational purposes. This is, folks, this is why you need to come out to the Chatham County Ag Fest, because you learn about this stuff. I didn't know about half of this stuff.
Yeah, and all this stuff goes around with us everywhere we go. Again, we got a show tomorrow in Winston-Salem.
Yep.
How do you determine which shows you're going to be in?
They put out a list, and it's just kind of your choice. They got different circuits that me and Lily have been a part of, and the farm credit circuit we usually do. They got an East Coast circuit, and then you got your big shows like in Kentucky and Houston. It's all over the United States of America.
So is this your sheep or his sheep?
This is hers.
This is mine.
This is yours.
Yeah.
This is mine,
How come you're not shearing him and he is?
So I sheared this side, and then my lovely brother, I handed him the clippers, and he decided to start clipping for me.
So you kind of split up responsibilities here.
Yeah, we did. It's a team.
It is definitely a team effort.
It's a team effort.
It takes a village.
You sound like a loving sister. What's the worst thing your brother's ever done to you?
I don't think anything ever.
Honestly, nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Spoiled
Get
rotten.
out of here. Nothing.
He took me on multiple shopping sprees when I was little. Anytime that I want to go over to his house, I go over there. Buys me dinner whenever I want it. There is nothing I can complain about.
Holy cow, man! You like.
And this is Adeline. Actually, she's our show. She shows our sheep. Those two over there.
How come she gets to show your sheep?
Because I'm too old to show. You age out at 21.
They say you're a certain age, you can't do it?
Well, they've got certain shows that are called open shows, and you can show whatever age, but they're far and few between. So
All right.
They're not many around. So usually when you hit 21, that's kind of you're done.
You're cut off.
So
You're not 21 yet, are you?
Now I'm 8.
Okay, 8. You got plenty of years ahead of you.
Exactly.
13.
You got plenty of time.
See, I can do math.
Yep. But yeah, that's. But again, it goes back to the educational part. Like we want to work with the local kids
Exactly.
that want to do this and bring them up in livestock. Because it is a lot of work. It teaches them good work ethic, but it is a lot of fun and it's rewarding. Especially when that judge comes and shakes your hand that you won first place.
Yeah.
She's won plenty. She's got the accolades to prove it. It's a great feeling. And so,
All right, I got a question for each one of you.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this for? And then what's put the biggest smile on your face doing this?
For me,
Yeah,
I'll go for me. I've been in it personally, me and my wife, 2 years. My wife showed nationally growing up. She's actually got another booth right now working, but we got into it because we watched her start doing it. And I'm a very competitive person, so I was like, I can get into this. So we started about 2 years ago. Lily's been doing it 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, probably since my freshman year. I'm a senior now, so.
And my biggest, I think, smile on my face is when Lily got first place in showmanship last year, won the the Farm Credit Circuit,
Farm Credit.
and she won showmanship of the year. So that was my happiest moment.
How did she manage to win that?
Because she's very good at what she does. She
All right.
practices, she works her tail off, and she works day in and day out on this stuff. I'm just the driver / helper.
Driver, helper,
and she
setter-upper.
goes in there and she kills it and makes these sheep look good. So Adeline is the future. She's
Yeah.
up next.
She's gonna be our next
She's gonna
lovely
be our
grand
next.
champion
How'd you
showman.
get pulled into this?
They just need someone to show their sheep, and
Oh.
She was up
I'm
for the
great
test.
with animals,
Yeah.
so I was like, well, we'll try it,
All right.
and I love it.
All right, there you go, young Dr. Doolittle.
Exactly.
All right, what's put the biggest smile on your face doing this?
Probably related to what my brother said. The amount of work and effort you put into all of these sheep and the time that you take every day to take care of them. So when you go in that ring and you get picked first or even second, because there's some hard competition out there, because there's girls that's been doing it their whole life, and they've probably got better resources and stuff, because that can also come into play. But going in there and the judge coming up to you like, hey, like, you're first or you're second, and so kind of getting the acknowledgement that the work you've put into your animals has paid off. So that's probably what's been one of the bigger accomplishments. Yeah.
All right, show us your nails. Let me see your nails. I want to know, do you get extra points for having great looking nails?
No, I do not, but I like to keep mine done.
She uses them. It's a secret tactic for her because
To
when
catch
she
the
holds the
judge's
sheep,
eye.
she scratches the sheep's chin.
Oh.
They like it. So it's her advantage.
I put my
Oh, you just gave away her secret, man.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
She's very good. Not all sheep like it, but hers do. So
Yeah,
it's,
they like getting scratched.
They like during the show, you'll see her just scratching the chin of them. They're just sitting there with their eyes closed.
All right, you mentioned her sheep. How many sheep do you have?
This one, those 3 over there, so that's 4. I've got 3 more, so that's 7.
All right.
Well, no, I lied. 8. I've got 8 sheep.
Have you lost some? You kind of. Are you sure you have 8? Maybe you
Yeah.
got 9.
No, I'm positive I got 8. But you've got the barn sheep, and then you got the retired sheep out in the pasture. So I gotta think about it. But yeah.
Okay. Well, at what point do they retire? Once they get 21?
No.
Thank you.
Girls can show for 2 years.
2 years.
You gotta where they're a ewe lamb, and then they're a yearling ewe after a year. After their yearling ewe stage, usually, if you like their breed, if you like, if you want to put them in with the ram to get bred, that's kind of their next goal after showing is breeding. If you don't, then obviously off to the market because they are market lambs, and they go to somebody's refrigerator or freezer after that.
When you take them to market, where are there, I assume there's numerous markets here in North
Yes.
Carolina.
So we take ours to Siler City.
Okay.
And that place I really like, very clean place. They pray over the animals before the slaughtering starts, and they do really well at packaging. They did really well with ours last year. And then obviously we sold it to the public. We're not in any grocery stores right now because we're still fairly new. But we put the word out on Facebook to sell lamb. We've been pretty successful at it. We only slaughtered 2 last year, so we'll have a couple more this year that we're going to slaughter. But like those 2 mamas over there, or not mamas, females, they're going to show this year.
She's a nosy one, isn't she?
She
Yes,
is.
she
She's
is.
kind of crazy.
That one's a nosy one. I'm showing that one.
Oh, you're showing the other one?
Yes.
You don't want to show the nosy one? She kind of messes up with your rhythm.
Yeah. But after this year, those two will be bred because they got good bloodlines. And they'll go into the nice mama pen and get bred and live out the rest of their days on the farm.
How do you know they're nice breeding? You don't do a DNA
Genetics.
test on them?
Genetics.
Oh,
Yep.
genetics.
Yeah.
Oh, you do
So
do genetics.
You know who you're breeding them to. You know what, say that ram, so the father, the male, you know what he produces. You look at his, what he produces in his bloodline, and then you look at the mama and you look at her parents and where she's come from.
So it's just not like, hey, a dart lucky thing. You
Yeah,
got to figure it out. There's a whole lot. It sounds like there's a whole lot of science to do.
It's
There
essentially
is.
just like a family tree. If you
Exactly.
like your family tree, it's the same with sheep or horses or cows. You've got the bloodline just flows down. A lot of research in it, and the fancier the bloodline, the higher the cost.
All right.
I mean, that's just that's the way it goes. Them two, the black one, she's from Iowa. She's from a bloodline in Iowa, and the white one there, she's from Virginia. And then Lily's are from the west. Well, no, Tennessee.
There's two in that pen. Two of these are from Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
This boy right here, he's from Winston-Salem.
Okay.
And she's also from Winston-Salem. Josh Weevil, Circle W Farms. These are lambs that he's produced that I show for him. And then that little girl over there that looks a little rough right now. She's from Tennessee.
Yeah, but your brother's gonna trim her up, isn't he?
Yes, me and him are gonna get her
me and
right.
him. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes, we are.
All right, now you're importing these sheep from other states. Where'd you meet your wife at?
It's a funny
that's
story.
funny.
I met my wife on TikTok.
Oh, you did? Were you doing a TikTok dance?
Yeah, no, she was. And so
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
she's originally from the state of Delaware, and you know, a lot of if you raise sheep or any type of livestock, you know, Pennsylvania and Delaware are very big into livestock showing. So again, she showed nationally. She moved to Florida after college to teach. She taught at a middle school in Florida, and then that's why I met her. And I, sent her a message on TikTok, and I flew her back to North Carolina, and she tried
Wait. He flew her into North Carolina?
I did,
Yeah.
and
He really wanted to see her.
the rest is history. We've been married 3 years now, and together a total of 5 years.
Oh, okay.
So, but again, Lily sparked it. She got the bug in to show sheep. So here we are.
Oh, okay. I thought you sparked the romance
Oh,
between
Lord,
her.
no, that was TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, that was TikTok?
Yeah.
Now, what would you say when your brother asked you, should I marry this girl?
Well, I don't really know that there was ever an ask.
Oh, you didn't ask
but-
your
She
sister?
still gets spoiled.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
But-
I got two main women in my life. That's one of them, and my wife. So she knows that.
No, when Paige first came into Andrew's life, it was kind of like a sister.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
if that makes sense. Like me and her would go get lunch, we'd go shopping, we'd go get our nails done. I remember one time we went to Old Navy and we spent more than we should have, and we didn't tell Andrew about it.
Oh.
So yeah, ever since they've been together, she's been a part of the family, and there's been no doubt about it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you sharing. I know you guys had a great story, but folks, this is why you got to come out to the Ag Fest, because you're going to learn about stuff like this. And thank you so much for sharing the information.
Absolutely.
And they're more than willing to share the information.
Absolutely.
So definitely come out here. It's still 3 o'clock. Check out all the animals. I saw some little goats running around
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some goats over there.
That like are a few weeks old.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. We don't do goats. We stop at sheep.
Oh yeah,
You
we
stop at sheep.
We
but
don't do goats.
There's plenty of animals here and plenty of resources to learn about and learn from. So.
All right. So come check them out
Come check
today
them out.
till 3 o'clock.